I want to show you what we call the separation attraction cycle, right? If you stop making your husband's return the measurement of your progress, and a lot of things will change. Okay, but I know you want certainty, right? So, but if you can't measure your progress with their return, what do you do? What do you build on your side? What is it that you build on your side that makes you stronger, makes you desirable, make you more attractive, even while the future of the marriage remains uncertain? See, when the future of your marriage remains uncertain, it's not just you. Actually, that's all of us. Who knows tomorrow? Do you know tomorrow? You don't know tomorrow. But you can look at today's experience and be able to predict tomorrow. So I get that, right? So I want to show you what we call the separation attraction cycle. Separation attraction cycle. All right, and guess what? The answer to uncertainty, because this is still triggered by uncertainty. Let me put this here so you can see. This is still triggered by uncertainty. This is the real world, right? So in the real world, there will be uncertainty. If you're having a real human experience, what makes life beautiful is that you're chasing certainty. I know, right? But winners have no problem chasing certainty. In fact, what happens is that they chase certainty, they figure something out, they sell it to other people as a solution, and they create impact in other people, positive impact. They make money, they're able to take care of their family. All these beautiful things can come from learning how to solve problems, right? So the problem is not uncertainty. The problem is what you do after you experience uncertainty. Okay? No, well, that's not the problem. The point is that it's what you do. You always have two choices, right? You can either go in the direction of testing, right? You have a certainty within your marriage because there's a separation, right? You can go this direction, which I'm going to advise against, obviously, right? You can go down the drain by start to test. It's a crazy cycle that never ends, right? Testing, by the way, is easy, okay? Because it's usually moved from, it's easy from it because you have panic and fear, so you don't have to, it's effortless. Right? So you start testing the other person to create security for yourself. Well, it eventually backfires because, yeah, that's just, it's lame move. It's essentially, it's a lame move, right? The answer to uncertainty is not certainty. You cannot force certainty out of another adult. Your answer is capacity, okay? And the roadmap is going to have to start with what we call grounding. Okay, grounding is the beginning of a process, right? So over here we have a framework that we follow. It's called the GPS, and the G stands for grounding, gratitude, and God. Okay, this is very important. All right, your husband wants space, right? You've concluded, you call it, oh, we separated. No, actually, they separated from you. That's the reality, right? They want out. You guys had a conversation back and forth. You guys have issues, and then it's separated from you. Now you desperately want to save the marriage because the average numbers is showing somewhere up to 2 years, but eventually 76 months, not 76 months rather, up to 2 years, 18 months, there's all kind of numbers in terms of how soon separation can happen, which is probably how you ended up on this video, right? You're looking for the average length of separation so you can create certainty that marriage is going to come back. Well, that's not going to bring the marriage back. What's going to bring the marriage back is going through this process, okay? So he wants space, right? And you sent a message to him, but the message is not answered. You want a conversation. And eventually you manage to get to the conversation. A difficult conversation happens, and all of this creates uncertainty because you don't have clarity, right? But what grounding does is that you stop allowing every event, every interaction to hijack your identity, to dictate your next move. You return back to your higher self, You return back to gratitude, return back to your faith. You return back to your source of truth, right? Not your truth. Your truth is your experience right now, which can be far from reality. Your source of truth, what, how, like, do you have that? Have you taken the time to really establish what a source of truth is? Because if you go by your truth, which is just your experience, right, which is valid, right, if you go by that, you will keep reacting to your panic and your fear, and then that will continue to control your identity. And your panic and your fear is being controlled by external factors like the weather, like the way they reacted, the way they responded to your last text message. It creates anxiety because you don't have clarity. Instead, you go back to a source of truth, your higher self. You go back to your faith. Going back to your faith is not something, it's not about reading the Bible and then taking one verse and running with it. It's a process, right? It means you start studying, and that becomes your source of emotional stability, because you're going to need that for the rest of this cycle that I'm giving you right now. Okay, because you're about to create, you're breaking the previous cycle, you're breaking that other cycle, and you have to create another cycle, because life is all about cycles. You understand? So there's no vacuum. Nature does not like vacuum. This is why if you do anything fake or performative, they won't last, right? If you try to become a pick-me woman because some lame man told you that's exactly how to do it, you're going to fail, because it's not rooted, it's not grounded in truth and your identity. Okay, so you have to go back to your source of truth. If your source of truth is something is off with it, then you can work on that. That's all. That's what we call grounding, right? It's like there's trouble going on. There's trouble on the, how do you call it? There's Aegis, an earthquake, right? There's trouble on the mountain, right? Or troubled waters, right? You look for a source, right? You find your footing before you do anything else. Because everything you do, if you don't do that, will fail. If you create any kind of result, it will be short-termed. It won't last. It's not sustainable. Anyway, so you're no longer, when you go to grounded, you're no longer pretending that the separation does not hurt, because the separation does hurt, right? That's why we're not just going to say, snap your finger, change your behavior, and then marriage is fixed, or just run back to your husband, right? That actually, you see people do back and forth a lot, and you wonder why they do back and forth, because they never really go back to the source of truth. It's easier said than done. It's hard. Let me put that on the board for you so you can see. This is a difficult process, right? This is learning how to flip the pain of uncertainty. Okay, so from here, we have to go in the direction of purpose. This is the second core pillar. Okay, everything I'm telling you is easier said than done. It's a process that, but guess what? It's the only way out. Okay, if it's the only way out, it's just the only way out. And I know you know that already, because you've tried everything else. Okay, and you know everything else does not work. But what do I mean by purpose? Okay, in this, we're talking about pain-driven purpose. Okay, pain-driven purpose, because you needed the experience that you're going through right now in order to actually have purpose in life. How do I know? Because you're going through it right now, right? This is opportunity to get to ascend to a new level. I know you want to desperately save the marriage. This will create your best chances of creating, what's the word, of saving your marriage. Okay, if you save the marriage without going through this process, it will not last. There's a reason why that marriage fell apart in the first place, and you're essentially trying to push issues under the rug without assessing what happened, starting with self. Purpose, very, very important. Okay. I mentioned a client earlier in the beginning, right? And they were living apart, long distance marriage, right? And the distance was not theoretical for her. It wasn't about the long distance physical thing, right? Even when he visited, right, the marriage felt disconnected. It felt more like they were roommates. There was no quick sentence that could remove that uncertainty. See, the uncertainty here is inevitable. It's what you do with it. And the work that we had to give her to really fix this was basically stop making him the answer to the certainty. Listen, life events happen. Things will happen, like things like long distance, things like you move to another country entirely because you're seeking a better life for you and your family, right?